I think, Mr. Chair, following your logic, imbatahan na natin silang lahat. Because we have to get to the bottom of this. Because here you have the importers who own the warehouses, who actually are wholesalers as well, but are passing the blame to the retailers dahil sila nagdadala sa mga merkado. So Mr. Chair, para matapos na natin itong kwentong to, at we can get to the bottom of this at wala nang sisihan, imbitahan na po natin silang lahat.
Yes, siguro.
Para magkaalaman na talaga kung sino ba talaga ang nagkulud, kung sino nagkontrol ng presyo, kung sino nagkonsyaba, para mapahirap ang buhay ng Pilipino. At least yun, malaman na natin yun, Mr. Chair. You introduced another program, which was Rice for All, correct?
Yes, sir.
But were you able to assess the reason behind the bringing down of tariffs did not reflect to the lower cost of rice?
No, sir.
How can you not even do that? You're the Department of Agriculture. Trabaho nyo yun eh. Kasi kami, ang trabaho namin gumawa ng batas. Ang trabaho ninyo, ipatupad ang batas. Siguraduhin na lahat ng mga stakeholders, industry players natin ay sumusunod sa alituntunin ng batas at doon sa pinaka-objectives ng batas.
Yes, sir.
So what I don't understand, Yusek, is how come you did not you failed to assess the bringing down of tariffs that was meant to bring down the price of rice? So I think the question is, and I think kayong mga nasa industriya ang kailangang sumagot, at ito naman po ay tinatanong na kanina, ang intention po kasi ng pagbaba ng taripa ay para mapababa ang presyo ng bigas. Kaso lang hindi po ito nakita sa merkado. Ano po ang dahilan na may bibigay ninyo kung bakit hindi po ito na-realize? Mas mababa po ang binayad ninyo, hindi po ba? Sa pagpasok at sa pagpresyo ng pagbili ninyo, mas mababa, hindi po ba? So, kung ganun po, bakit hindi po ito nakita at napansin ng ating mga kababayan? At na-maintain po sa 55, 60 ang presyo, maski napababa na natin yung tariffs.
Your Honor, based on my experience, my own experience, kasi I usually go out in the market. I talk directly to the wholesaler. Yun nga, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, nung wala pa yung reduction of tariff duties, we're selling at 1.3. Then nung bumaba, nung binaba ang tariff duties, naging 1.150. So, nagbaba kami ng presyo, hindi nagbaba ng presyo the rest of the ano.
So sino po yun?
Yun nga, sa wholesaler nagbaba ng by around 50 pesos.
So sino nga po yun?
Yun nga po yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung dealers and retailers ang hindi nagbaba ng presyo. Despite kami
Mr. Angeles, can you please speak closer to the mic para medyo mahina lang po yung
kami
boses.
po sumusunod lang sa dictate ng market. Kung mataas ang Vietnam, mataas ang benta namin. Kung mababa ang Vietnam, tumaas ang dollar, siyempre, tataas din kami. Kung mababa ang dollar, mababa ang price sa Vietnam, binababa namin ang presyo. You can check on the wholesalers based on the historical data nila.
No, but it doesn't make sense. Sorry, what's your name?
Big Angeles po.
Yeah, Mr. Angeles. It doesn't make sense because we lowered the tariffs considerably. Malaki po yung binaba natin ng tariffs eh. And at the same time, oversupply din po tayo sa dami ng bigas na ipinasok ninyo. Ang hindi ko maintindihan, oversupply na tayo, mababa na ang presyo, hindi po ito nag-reflect sa merkado. So hindi nyo pwedeng idahilan sa akin na mahina ang piso, mataas ang dollar. I mean, you can make that as an excuse, but it's not a large enough excuse to explain why the price did not go down. Now, definitely, something happened in the cycle of bringing the rice to the market. And that's what I want to find out. So, ang sinasabi mong dahilan is dahil iba-iba ang presyo. Sa palagay ko, hindi po sapat na dahilan yon. Now, itatanong ko DA. Trabaho nyo to.
Sorry, with your indulgence, would you be interested? Baka pwede imbitahin natin yung wholesaler mismo?
Yeah.
Yung dealer na kausap ng wholesaler nyo?
I think,
And retailer?
Mr. Chair, following your logic, imbatahan na natin silang lahat. Because we have to get to the bottom of this. Because here you have the importers who own the warehouses, who actually are wholesalers as well, but are passing the blame to the retailers dahil sila nagdadala sa mga merkado. So Mr. Chair, para matapos na natin tong kwentong to, at we can get to the bottom of this at wala nang sisihan, imbitahan na po natin silang lahat.
Yes, siguro.
Para magkaalaman na talaga kung sino ba talaga ang nagkulud, kung sino nagkontrol ng presyo, kung sino nagkonsyaba, para mapahirap ang buhay ng Pilipino. At least yun, malaman na natin yun, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you. So, may we
Okay.
request from the names, Mr. Angeles, and dun po sa iba po, yung inyong mga wholesalers na kausap. And tanungin po ninyo
Hindi,
kung sino po yung
I
dealers
think,
nila.
Mr. Chair, ito naman po mga importers natin, may bibigay po nila kung sino, kung kani-kanino sila nagbebenta. At base po sa pinagbebentahan nila, we can already more or less draw up a matrix of who they supply, and from whom they supply, we can bring it down, at least down to the market level, kung sino po yung talagang pinagdadalhan ng bigas. Hindi po natin, pwede natin pagtulungan yun, hindi po ba? Okay, fantastic. Natatanong ko yung DA. Di ba, isa po kayo sa mga nag-encourage sa Kongreso para ipasa namin itong rice tarification law?
The amendment, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Correct? And when you saw that we brought down the tariff rates and you noticed that the prices did not go down, what actions did you take?
Sir, I'll refer to you to our Consumer Affairs ASEC.
No. I'm asking you. You're the USEC, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're an undersecretary. What department of the Department of Agriculture do you have control of?
Rice, sir. Rice.
Oh, there. So you should know. So tell me, USEC Morales, ano ang ginawa ng Department of Agriculture nung nakita ninyo na ang pagbaba ng taripa ay hindi nagdulot ng pagbaba ng presyo ng bigas? Anong ginawa ninyo?
Sir, we implemented yung Rice for All para maimpluwensyahan ang through the secretary yung presyuhan ng retailers kasi talagang based on the instruction of the secretary kailangan maimpluwensya natin yung Metro Manila markets kasi talagang hindi bumababa yung presyo.
No. Okay. So you did another program, in other words.
Yes.
Correct? Is that my understanding? You did another program. However, what you failed to do is you failed to address the reason to why the rice tarification law did not successfully meet its target. Yusek.
Sir, I couldn't understand the question.
No. You introduced another program, which was Rice for All, correct?
Yes, sir.
But were you able to assess the reason behind the bringing down of tariffs did not reflect to the lower cost of rice?
No, sir.
How can you not even do that? You're the Department of Agriculture. Trabaho nyo yun eh.
Sir,
Kasi kami, ang trabaho namin gumawa ng batas. Ang trabaho ninyo, ipatupad ang batas. Siguraduhin na lahat ng mga stakeholders, industry players natin ay sumusunod sa alituntunin ng batas at doon sa pinaka-objectives ng batas.
Yes, sir.
So what I don't understand, Yusek, is how come you did not you failed to assess the bringing down of tariffs that was meant to bring down the price of rice?
sir,
And instead,
we assessed.
you just
Yun
told me
nga, sir.
earlier that you didn't.
No, sir. Kasi sa tanong kanina is kung may ano yung ginawa. So, we assess at nakita namin talagang hindi nagtitrickle down yung supposedly price from wholesale to the retail markets.
So anong dahilan kung bakit?
Apparently, there's a cartel-like environment na
There's a what, Yusek?
an imperfect market environment na there are some forces na nakapag-dictate ng presyo sa merkado.
So ito yung official assessment ng Department of Agriculture. There are certain forces in the market that seem to affect and dictate market force. Are you wanting us to believe that this is the official position of the Department of Agriculture?
Sir, that's why I'm asking ASEC Bebang, because siya po kasi sila kayo naka-assign sa consumer affairs namin. Hindi naman ako yung
No,
directly.
but yeah, I know. Kasi ako naman, Yusek, hindi lang consumer affairs ang pinag-uusapan natin dito eh. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, yung pagpapatupad ng batas. Diba? So bakit hindi na-meet ng batas yung kanyang objectives? And as the department, I would have expected that you would make sure, monitor, and find out step by step that this law would be implemented so that we could have brought down the price of rice. It's basic. It's basic. You know, it's elementary. Oh, anyway, ASEC.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ASEC Bebang.
Yes, Your Honor.
ASEC, o ikaw ang itinuro ng USEC mo.
Sir, when you say RTL, yung kapapasa lang na batas.
Hindi, yung pagpapababa ng
The
taripa.
EO 62 policy, okay.
As to the EO 62, actually the Rice for All program was implemented.
Hindi, ma'am. Wag po tayo dun sa Rice for All. Ang tanong ko lang simple, binaba natin yung taripa, hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Bakit hindi po ito nag-reflect sa presyo ng bigas sa merkado?
That is, Your Honor, that is also something that we are currently investigating now. The department we have made discussions and talks with importers. We've had discussions and talks with traders. We also have discussions and talks with retailers, and all of them are saying that the prices should have gone down at this time. And as you said,
Ma'am, sorry, I'll just cut you. We all know that because that was the intent of the law. My question is, why did it not go down? Alam na namin yun eh. Kami nga yung gumawa ng policy na yun eh. Ang tanong ko, from an implementation standpoint, Department of Agriculture, bakit hindi ninyo nasiguro na mapapababa yung presyo? Kasi ang laki na ng binaba from, what was it, 30%? Am I correct? I would ask the chairman. Chairman, correct, no? 30%, di ba? From 30%, binaba natin to?
35 to 15.
35 to?
To 15. So
15.
that's a 20% reduction.
That's a 20% reduction. Oh. So pakipaliwanag lang po sa akin. Kasi kung hindi nyo may paliwanag sa akin, there's really something wrong. Definitely something wrong with the department that's supposed to be implementing this policy. So anyway, ASEC.
Yes, Your Honor. That is why, because we also have access also to the cheap rice, and we're not seeing it being translated to the market. So what we did is that that's what we did. We launched yung Rice for All at the same time, yung pong support namin yung sa P29,
Yeah.
because we have the access to the cheaper rice, but we don't see it being translated in the market. So what we did is we were the ones who made it available already.
So parang ang ginawa ninyo, ASEC, imbis na malaman yung tunang dahilan kung bakit hindi bumaba ang presyo ng bigas, pagkatapos natin babaan by more than half ang tariff, gumawa na lang kayo ng panibagong intervention. And it still didn't solve the problem, Mr. Chair. It still did not solve the problem. We're coming up with a policy so noble in its objectives, and yet you have a department that's failing to implement it. Eh, inamin naman itong mga importers nila na binili nila ng mura. Inamin naman ng mga importers nila na mas mababa yung binayad nila sa customs. Customs, mas mababa nga ba ang binayad nila sa inyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair. It was
Yeah.
lowered by 20%.
So therefore, lower than 20%. Hindi naman nagbago yung presyo ng renting ng mga warehouses natin. Kuryente, yun pa rin naman ang presyo. So I'm sure pagdating sa mga ibang expenses ninyo, yun pa rin yun. So ang tanong ko, kayo, DA, binigyan kayo ng ganitong polisiya para ipatupad, bakit hindi nangyari?
Yes, you say Chris or anyone from DA? Deputy Speaker? Si Mr. Angeles?
Yeah, can I have the floor, your chairman?
No. Are you from the Department of Agriculture,
No,
Mr.
sir.
Angeles?
No, sir. I just want to, kanina kasi ba, you were saying, ano yung driving forces?
No, are you a Department of
No,
Agriculture?
sir. I'm sorry, sir.
You're not.
No, sir.
So after I asked the Department of Agriculture, because are you part of the implementing agency?
No, sir.
Okay, so yes, you
Sir,
said.
if yung analysis namin, Mr. Chair, if yung supposedly wholesale to retail price ay hindi nag-trickle down, yung benefit profit may nakinabang. But kasi sa enforcement na kasi siya, sir, eh. I'm not I don't know if kasama siya sa
Sinabi
mandato
mo,
ng
Yusek, may nakinabang. Sino?
yun ang hindi ko masabi, sir.
Alam mo, ito yung problema sa
Mr.
gobyerno
Chair?
natin eh.
Yes,
I mean, may problema. Alam mo na mayroong gumawa ng hindi tama, kaso lang hahayaan nyo na lang eh. I don't think that's the proper way of governing something so basic, which is the government and policies of rice. So, I think, sorry Mr. Chair, while I'm gathering my emotions and controlling it to explode, I will yield a few minutes to Congressman Coang.
yes, I think there's just...
No, I just want to suggest a reason for them. Kasi naaawa ko sa kanila, hindi sila makasagot sa iyo. So, nagbaba ng duties, ng tariff on rice, ang nag-import, iilan lang. So, kontrolado ang volume ng inimport na rice. O nag-usap-usap, nagkakontsabahan na i-restrict yung bitaw ng volume na inimport. So may depekto, if you would ask yourselves the question, may depekto kaya ang aming proseso sa pagbigay ng permit to import? I think that's the most obvious answer to Congressman JJ's question. And I think that's what he wants to hear from you. If you are soul searching within your department to find the true reason why. Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Yusek Coangco. No, actually, I would have preferred that, we're undergoing an assessment and going through the reasons. But nevertheless, siguro, isa na lang yun sa mga hihingin ko sa DA. Kasi kailan ba natin in-implement tong lowering of tariffs? Customs.
It took effect July 15 for rice, Your Honor.
July
For the EO 62.
of this year.
July this year, Your Honor.
And how many import permits were issued in relation to this lowering of tariffs, BPI?
Director Glenn? Deputy Speaker JJ, your time has expired.
Okay, so
There might be a
I'll
follow.
wind up. I'll wind up na.
Sige, thank you.
Siguro
Director
bigyan
Glenn.
lang ako ng konti kasi alas 10 ng
Sir-
umaga pa po
sir,
ako
from
dito
Jul-
nag-aantay magsalita eh.
Mr.
Yes, please.
Sir, from July, nagsimula po tayo ng July, meron po tayong na-issue na... Hindi.
Okay, ganito na lang, Mr. Chair, para mas mabilis. Isubmit nyo na lang sa akin, basta
Yes, sir.
binibilang ko 5 months. Diba? 5 months from the actual implementation of the lower of rates. So anyway, para lang po sa DA, last question. Did you implement any monitoring in the retailer side when it comes to the suggested retail price of rice?
Yes, Your Honor, but we do not have an SRP for rice. But we do monitor the prices in major markets, Your Honor.
Oh yeah. Alam ko lang wala naman po tayo. Kasi lang siyempre, di ba, meron tayong hinahabol na presyo, kaya po natin ipinasa to. So, hindi lang dapat pag monitor ang ginagawa ninyo, dapat sinisiguro nyo na malapit-lapit po tayo doon sa target price natin. So, ang tanong ko, sa pagmamonitor ninyo, ano ang lumabas sa ma-assessment ninyo?
Mr. Chair, when the Rice for All was implemented,
No, ma'am. Is yung dito
Yes,
sa lowering of tariff muna tayo, wag na yung sa Rice for All.
when the lowering of tariffs was implemented last July, we monitored that for the first 2 months, there was no major changes in the prices of rice. It was only during the time that we implemented the Rice for All last September that we noticed that there were also 45, some 50 pesos before have lowered to 45, the same as what we were selling under the Rice for All. So that was something that we monitored during that time, and it's saying that if the trend is showing that there are available cheaper rice, retailers are following that trend. Not all, but there are retailers that are following the trend in the lowering.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, I would just like to manifest one last point before I pass the opportunity to ask to the next one is 20% is big. Cut in tariffs. Malaki yun. Sobrang laki yun. At dapat naramdaman ng Pilipino yun. At dahil hindi naramdaman ng Pilipino yun, may nakinabang doon. May yumaman ng sobra-sobra na illegal na nakinabang sa polisiya ng pamahalaan. At dapat, Mr. Chair, ang hamon para sa komitibang ito ay hindi lang makagawa at makabalangkas, ay dapat para sa ahensya na dapat magpatupad, ma-identify nyo rin kung sino yun. Kasi ayaw nyo naman pong isipin ng tao na bahagi kayo doon. Because there's talks of a cartel, there are talks of price manipulation, there are talks of profiteering, hoarding. Now, if the DA cannot give names, answer questions with regards to why the prices did not go down, you cannot escape from the idea that people will come up with a conclusion na baka kasama kayo. Kasi kayo dapat nagpapatupad eh. So, that's it, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker JJ Suarez.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Macronwe, dito mo talaga malalaman ang mga taong tiwali sa gobyerno, yung mga opisyal na walang masagot pag tinatanong about sa katungkulan nila. Para sa akin, wala silang kwentang opisyal at kailangan tanggalin na sa pwesto. Pahayag naman ni Charles Lupin, heads must roll Congressman JJ, aksyonan po ninyo dyan sa mga kasamahan mo at hindi puro hearing lang. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Rowel Lopez, mga negosyante talaga ang nagmamanipula sa presyo ng bilihin at sumama pa itong Department of Agriculture. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.